Welcome the chosen ones. When God decides to shine a light on you, He doesn't bring a candle, He brings the sun. And that's when the world realizes who's truly in charge. It's a fact, when you're chosen, you don't blend in. You stand out. But this isn't your typical spotlight, and it's definitely not the kind you can turn off. Nope, this one was divinely dialed up just for you. Suddenly you're center stage, and everyone, your biggest fans and your quietest critics, are watching wide-eyed, maybe a little nervous, and probably wondering how you got here. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about showing off, it's about showing up. God's not just trying to make you popular, He's setting the record straight on who's the real boss, so buckle up. Because if you thought you were just here to play it safe or keep a low profile, let's just say, God has other plans. Number 1, unmasking hidden strengths. The world feared, God isn't putting you in the spotlight just for applause. He's doing it to unveil a power within you that's been kept under wraps, hidden, or even intentionally buried for a long time. People either ignored this strength or didn't want to see it. Maybe because it unsettled them, challenged their perceptions, or forced them to confront their own limits. But now, that's no longer an option. This isn't about showing off or being the star of the moment. It's about God bringing to light exactly what you're made of, with all its raw, unfiltered energy. There's something about this kind of revelation that catches people off guard. Suddenly, everyone around you has to reckon with the reality of what they tried to deny. You're not just another face in the crowd anymore. You're someone who carries a strength they didn't see coming. And it's a strength that demands respect. This isn't a quiet emergence. It's as if the universe is pulling back the curtain and saying, here, this is who you underestimate. Look closely, and here's the twist. It's not just about proving others wrong or setting the record straight. It's about establishing a new level of truth. This moment is forcing people to look at you through a different lens, one that they can't deny, ignore, or dismiss anymore. Every look, every whispered reaction, every subtle shift in the room, it's all acknowledgement of a force they've been too comfortable ignoring. You're in the spotlight now, and it's not something they can do him. This is a turning point, a revelation they won't be able to forget, and for the first time, they're seeing who you truly are. Number 2, disrupting the comfort zone of mediocrity. God putting you in the spotlight isn't a feel-good moment meant to boost egos or entertain an audience. It's a direct disruption of everything comfortable, predictable, and mediocre. When you're chosen, your presence shakes up the whole room. And it's not because you're trying to make a scene, it's because you are the scene. This new visibility rattles people, especially those who have settled comfortably into life without ever pushing boundaries or questioning their own potential. Your emergence is like a loud wake-up call that people can't hit the snooze button on. They're forced to confront something they'd rather avoid. The truth that mediocrity is no longer the standard. Just by being who you are and doing what you do, you're raising the bar in ways that make others uncomfortable. People who are used to the bare minimum don't know how to handle this. They've built their lives around routines and expectations that your energy simply blows apart. You weren't called to make them feel safe or validated in their choices. You're here to challenge those choices intentionally or not. What's ironic is that while some might be inspired, others are threatened. The ones who've coasted on half-hearted effort see your drive, your conviction, and it forces them to question why they're still standing still. You've become a disruptor just by standing in your own light. The spotlight on you doesn't just elevate you, it shakes everyone else, forcing them to look at the gaps in their own lives. And whether they like it or not, they're now faced with a decision. Either rise to the challenge or stay in the shadows of comfort. But make no mistake after this, comfort will never feel the same number. 3, defying labels and expectations. Society tried to assign The world loves to throw labels around, putting people neatly into categories so they're easier to define, understand, and honestly control. But when you're chosen, those labels don't stick. People may try to box you in, calling you this or that, trying to fit you into their version of acceptable. But no label can capture the depth of who you really are, and that drives people crazy. God's spotlight on you is a direct challenge to every expectation and assumption others have placed on you, forcing them to face the fact that you can't be pinned down. What's happening is that you're breaking free of the roles others tried to assign you, revealing layers they never thought you had. Maybe they called you quiet, reserved, or even insignificant, labels that at best only skim the surface of your true self. But under this spotlight, all those labels fall away, and people are left facing the real you without the neat packaging they'd come to rely on. And let's be honest, that unfiltered truth can be intimidating. As they watch, they realize they've underestimated you, misjudged you, or just plain didn't know you at all. It's a wake-up call that's as uncomfortable for them as it is empowering for you. Now they have to reconcile their limited view with the undeniable reality in front of them. They can't throw you into a box marked average or predictable anymore. You've shattered those limits, showing everyone that you're far more complex, capable, and bold than they ever imagined. The spotlight doesn't just reveal you. It exposes how narrow-minded others have been now as they scramble to make sense of it. One thing is clear: they'll never see you the same way again. And maybe that's exactly what was meant to happen. Number 4, becoming a living proof of divine favor. When God puts you in the spotlight, it's not about showing off wealth, status, or anything superficial. It's about showing the world what true, unshakable divine favor looks like. This kind of favor isn't something you can earn, buy, or manipulate. It's something higher, something rare. And it makes people take a step back, because it's undeniable. You're not just someone who made it. You're living proof that there's a force beyond this world that chooses, protects, and empowers certain people for a purpose. It's like God saying, "Watch closely, I'm working here, and there's no way to ignore it." This favor doesn't always mean your life has been easy. In fact, it's often the opposite. People see the spotlight, the success, or the growth, but they don't know what it took for you to get here. They might not see the battles you fought, the obstacles you've overcome, or the moments when it felt like everything was falling apart, yet here you are, standing stronger than ever. That's divine favor. And it's different from the ordinary path, because it's something that carries you when nothing else can. It's what kept you moving forward, even when things didn't make sense. People around you can sense this, even if they don't fully understand it. They feel that there's something extraordinary about your journey, something that defies logic or explanation. Some are drawn to it, inspired even, while others feel a quiet discomfort, maybe even envy. Why? Because they realize it's not something they can achieve through effort alone. It's something they can't quite grasp, but can't deny either. In this spotlight, you're not just a success story. You're a walking example of a higher plan, a reminder that life is more than just what we see or understand. And for those watching, that's both unsettling and awe-inspiring. Number 5, exposing those who oppose you. When God puts you in the spotlight, it doesn't just reveal your strengths. It also exposes the hidden intentions of those around you. The people who have quietly opposed you, doubted you, or even hoped you'd fail can no longer stay in the shadows. Suddenly, your rise to visibility becomes like a mirror, and they're caught off guard, forced to confront their own feelings about your success. It's almost as if this spotlight is designed not only to elevate you, but also to shine on the truth of who's been for you and who's been against you all along. What makes this so powerful is that, in a way, you're no longer alone on stage. People who might have once whispered behind your back, spread doubts, or waited for you to stumble are now standing in the same light. They might have operated under the radar, but now there's no place left to hide. It's as if the universe is saying, "Okay, here's the real story," and every hidden agenda comes rushing out. That subtle jealousy, the quiet judgment, the passive aggression, it's all visible now. Plain as day, some people, even those you considered friends, might find it hard to celebrate your rise. They may mask their discomfort or dismiss your success pretending they don't care. But this spotlight reveals what's genuine and what's fake, peeling back layers of pretense that they've hidden behind. Now they have to reckon with their own reactions, while you get a clear view of who's really in your corner. And here's the truth: the spotlight might feel intense for you, but it's twice as uncomfortable for those who've harbored negativity or resentment toward you. In the end, this visibility is a gift, because it not only highlights your growth, but also exposes those who never truly supported it. Now you know who's who, and that knowledge is priceless. Number 6, your journey is a mirror to others. Insecurities, when God places you in the spotlight, it doesn't come without a cost. Suddenly, your life is under a magnifying glass, and people begin analyzing your every move, every decision, even things that never mattered before. What's wild is that many of these people never paid attention before, never really cared. But now, with you in the spotlight, they're watching closely, dissecting details, looking for flaws or reasons to bring you down. It's like they're on a mission to prove that you're no different or no better than they are. The truth is, this attention isn't because they're truly interested in you, it's because your elevation makes them question their own choices, their own lives when they see you. Rising, achieving things they didn't think were possible, it makes them uncomfortable. They start to wonder why they haven't reached that level, why they're not in that same spotlight. And instead of looking inward, some choose to direct that discomfort at you. They want to find a crack, a fault, anything that allows them to dismiss your success as a fluke or undeserved. This scrutiny can be exhausting, even frustrating. You might feel like you can't make a single mistake without it being blown out of proportion. But here's the thing. This is part of the process. When God elevates you, He also fortifies you. This pressure isn't meant to break you, but to refine you, making you even stronger and more resilient. The closer they look, the more they realize that you are not here by accident. You're here by purpose, and no amount of scrutiny can take away what was divinely given to you. So let them watch, let them analyze, let them dig, because at the end of the day, their judgment doesn't change a thing. You're still moving forward, still growing, and their opinions can't diminish what's been set in motion. The spotlight isn't about them, it's about you, stepping fully into who you were meant to be. No matter who's watching, number 7, wielding influence without begging for validation. When God puts you in the spotlight, something incredible happens. People you never expected suddenly want to be around you. They're drawn to the success, the strength, the energy you carry, and some of them genuinely want to support you. But let's be real, others are just hoping to catch some of the light you're standing in. They want the benefits without putting in the work. They think being near you will somehow elevate them, without them having to change a thing about themselves. These people come in all forms. Friends who suddenly reach out, acquaintances who never cared before, and even people who may have dismissed or doubted you in the past. Now that you're thriving, they're quick to jump on board, talking about how they always believed in you, how they knew you'd make it. But when you look a little closer, it becomes obvious. They're not here for you. They're here for what you can do for them. They see your light as an opportunity to further their own interests, and they'll ride the wave as long as it benefits them. This is where discernment comes in. You have to be wise about who you let into your circle, because not everyone clapping for you wants to see you succeed. Some are just hanging around, hoping to bask in your success without lifting a finger. They're fine with being in the background, as long as they get a piece of the rewards without putting in any of the effort. And the tricky part, these people can be hard to spot at first, especially when they're good at pretending, but over time the truth comes out. The ones who are genuine will celebrate you without needing anything in return. The others, they'll show themselves when things get real, when being by your side isn't easy or glamorous, and that's when you'll know who's truly there for you and who's just here for the ride. Number 8. Breaking free from conventional limits of success in a world obsessed with neatly packaged definitions of success. Think shiny awards, corporate titles, and Instagram-worthy vacations. You're here to throw a wrench in the system. Forget what society has taught you about success, because you're breaking free from all those conventional limits. This spotlight isn't about achieving a cookie-cutter version of winning. It's about transcending those shallow expectations and redefining what it truly means to be successful. While others are busy chasing after the latest trends, you're setting your own pace, dancing to a beat that resonates with your soul. You realize that true success isn't measured by the number of zeros in your bank account or how many followers you have on social media. It's about creating a legacy that leaves a lasting impact on the world around you. You want to be the person who is universally admired, not for superficial accolades, but for authenticity, creativity, and the courage to live life on your terms. Let's be honest, the conventional definitions of success can feel as outdated as a flip phone in a world of smartphones who wants to be confined by societal expectations. When you can break the mold, you're not just climbing the corporate ladder, you're building your own playground, you're taking risks that may baffle those around you, but you know
that true greatness often lies outside of comfort zones. As you navigate this uncharted territory, you invite others to join you on this journey. Your willingness to redefine success empowers those around you to rethink their own paths instead of feeling pressured to conform. They'll start to ask questions like, what does success mean for me? And how can I create a life that reflects my true self? So, while others are busy comparing their achievements and keeping score, you're out here breaking the mold, showing that success isn't a destination, but a continuous journey of growth, exploration, and self-discovery. And let's face it, who wouldn't rather be the trailblazer than just another face in the crowd? In your quest for an untouchable, deeply impactful version of success, you're setting the stage for a new era, one where personal fulfillment takes precedence over conventional accolades, because at the end of the day, wouldn't you rather be celebrated for your authenticity than just another
trophy on a shelf? Number 9, defining the new blueprint for true success. In a world where many equate success with flashy cars, large bank accounts, or social media followers, you're setting a new standard that challenges these superficial measures. Your presence in the spotlight reveals that true success is about so much more than material possessions or fleeting recognition. Instead, it's rooted in a deep spiritual alignment with your purpose and a commitment to making a meaningful impact in the lives of others. While others scramble for external validation, you're cultivating an inner wealth that transcends the physical. This redefinition of success forces those around you to reevaluate their own values and priorities. It can be uncomfortable for many as they've built their lives around the pursuit of external markers of success, often at the expense of their true selves. Your journey shines a light on this disconnect, revealing that many people are chasing illusions rather than their authentic paths. True success isn't just
about personal achievements. It's about how you contribute to the world, how you uplift others, and how aligned you are with your true calling. You understand that success is not a destination, but a continuous journey of growth, learning, and service. This perspective can be jarring for those who see success as a checklist of accomplishments, and they may struggle to grasp the depth of your understanding. As you walk this path, your spotlight highlights a truth that many are unprepared to face, that real fulfillment comes from living authentically, embracing vulnerability, and cultivating connections that enrich both your life and the lives of others. This shift in perception can inspire those around you to embark on their own journeys toward true success, even if it challenges their long-held beliefs. In a way, you're not just redefining success for yourself, you're paving the way for others to find their own deeper meanings and purposes ultimately. Shifting the collective understanding of what it means to truly thrive. Number 10, unwavering integrity. That survive the shadows when you step into the spotlight. It's not just your achievements that are illuminated, it's also the journey that brought you here. The light shines on the shadows. You've navigated the struggles that have shaped you into the person you are today. Those moments when no one was watching, when you faced challenges alone, are the true test of character. Your unwavering integrity during those times speaks volumes about your strength. It's easy to show up and shine when everything is going well, but the real measure of your spirit comes from how you conduct yourself in the dark. This spotlight reveals a legacy of resilience, showing that your foundation is built on authenticity and perseverance. Each setback you faced was an opportunity to reaffirm your values, to stand tall, even when circumstances tried to knock you down, while others might have compromised their integrity for quick wins or sought validation from the outside. You held true to your principles. This commitment to doing what's right, regardless of who was watching, is what sets you apart. Your story becomes a powerful narrative that resonates with others who may still be wrestling with their own shadows. When people see you in the spotlight, they're not just witnessing your success. They're recognizing the struggles you've overcome and the integrity that has carried you through. This authentic strength can inspire them to confront their own challenges, encouraging them to find their inner resilience. The legacy you're building is not just about personal triumphs. It's about demonstrating that integrity can survive the darkest moments. It shows that true strength is not loud or flashy, but rather quiet and steadfast, rooted in a commitment to oneself and to a greater purpose, in a world where many are tempted to bend their values for the sake of accepting or success. Your unwavering integrity serves as a beacon of hope. It reminds others that they too can emerge from their shadows, carrying forward the lessons learned and the strength gained. Number 11, unleashing an apologetic confidence. When the chosen step into the spotlight, there's no room for apologies or second-guessing. This is not a humble brag session or a desperate attempt to make others comfortable with your success. Nope, this is about unleashing an unpoetic confidence that's as fierce as a lion on a Monday morning. You've risen to heights that many only dream of, and you're not about to downplay it for anyone's sake. This newfound visibility isn't just a blessing, it's a game share. You strut into the room with a presence that makes heads turn and jaws drop, and let's be real. Some might even need to pick their jaws up off the floor. You're here to make waves, not tiptoe around the edges, and that can be a little jarring for those still stuck in the shallow end of the pool. Your confidence is unfiltered and undeniable, like that one friend who shows up to a party with an outrageous outfit that you can't help but admire, even if it's a little much. People can either step up or step back. They may feel uncomfortable because you challenge the status quo, shaking up their complacency. But that's not your problem. Your rise isn't meant to plate others. It's about embracing the truth of who you are and the greatness you bring into the world. You're not here to dim your light, so others can shine brighter. Instead, you're setting a fire that encourages everyone to bring their best selves forward. And let's be honest, anyone who can't handle your unapologetic vibe is probably still stuck in their own insecurities. Your confidence shines a light on their fears, and instead of cowering, You're inviting them to rise alongside you. It's a reminder that confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about owning your worth and celebrating your journey without visitation. So go ahead, strut shine, and let the world feel the impact of your unapologetic confidence. After all, if you can't own your success, what's the point of having it? Number 12, elevating you as a catalyst for radical change when you find yourself in the spotlight. It's not just about personal glory, it's about embracing your role as a catalyst for radical change. This transformative force is a divine calling that goes far beyond your own journey. It's about inspiring others to look at their lives differently, to question the status quo, and to dare to make the changes necessary for growth. People are drawn to you because you embody a purpose that resonates on a profound level, and that purpose ignites a fire in those around you. In a world often consumed by superficial pursuits, your presence serves as a powerful reminder that true leadership comes from a place of authenticity and intention. The boss isn't the one who holds the highest title or the biggest paycheck. It's the one who leads with purpose. When you walk into a room, people feel that energy shift. You have a way of making them consider their own paths, urging them to step out of their comfort zones and embrace the possibility of something greater. This role as a catalyst isn't always easy. It can be messy and uncomfortable, as change often stirs up resistance. But that's part of the process. As you challenge others to grow, you might encounter pushback or discomfort, not just from those who fear change, but from those who simply don't know how to navigate it. Your job is to help them understand that discomfort is a sign of progress, a stepping stone toward transformation. By leading through example, you empower others to embrace their potential and challenge their own limiting beliefs. Your journey becomes a source of inspiration, showing that growth often requires taking risks and facing fears. Head on. As you elevate others, you create a ripple effect that can lead to a broader cultural shift. People will begin to realize that they too can be catalysts for change in their own lives and communities. This spotlight isn't just about making your voice heard. It's about creating a chorus of voices.
Example, you empower others to embrace their potential and challenge their own limiting beliefs. Your journey becomes a source of inspiration, showing that growth often requires taking risks and facing fears. Head on. As you elevate others, you create a ripple effect that can lead to a broader cultural shift. People will begin to realize that they too can be catalysts for change in their own lives and communities. This spotlight isn't just about making your voice heard, it's about creating a chorus of voices
that echoes the call for transformation. The more you own your purpose, the more others will be inspired to find theirs. You are not just a participant in your life's journey. You are a revolutionary force, urging the world to awaken, evolve, and embrace a brighter future. Your impact goes far beyond yourself. It's a legacy of empowerment that encourages others to step into their own roles as agents of change. As we wrap up this exploration of what it means to step into the spotlight as a chosen one, it's clear that this
journey is about so much more than personal achievement. It's about breaking down the barrier imposed by society and redefining what it truly means to be successful. You are not just a spectator in your life, you are a catalyst for radical change, inspiring those around you to question, to grow, and to embrace their own unique paths. This spotlight has illuminated your unwavering integrity, your unapologetic confidence, and your determination to challenge conventional limits. You've realized that true success isn't defined by trophies or accolades, but by a profound alignment with your purpose and the positive impact you have on the world. If you enjoyed this journey into redefining success and embracing your power, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking content and share this video to inspire others on their paths, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. Your engagement helps spread the message and build our community. Thanks for watching. God bless you.